It's time for us to talk tech. IBM computer stars in Cambridge are debating on the dangers of artificial intelligence. That and a number of other issues is what we're dealing with. Kobe Spikey in Kuma is with us. Hi, Kobe.
Hi, Dan.
How are we doing?
I'm very well.
So let's begin with this AI debate.
Yes.
What's it all about?
So, what's the best way to argue about artificial intelligence than having an artificially intelligent computer argue for itself?
Wow.
Yes.
So this was a computer who was taking part in a debate.
Yes.
That's cutting-edge technology.
Yes, that is cutting-edge technology. So what happens is that the computer, which is programmed by a software called Project Debater, it's IBM's Watson, and they have a software that they've written that debates. It takes part in debates. So what they did was they let it open the arguments, and then the teammates who are human will offer you. They do the rebuttals and then the closing submissions. Now this, the humans won, obviously. But what made this very interesting was that the computer had 4 minutes to process over 100 million documents to come up with its points, and it did
100
yes
million in 4 minutes.
In 4 minutes.
And how did the humans win again?
Well, it's a computer. It's not really gotten there yet with speech. So some of its sentences were not exactly making sense. And, well, it did manage to crack some jokes. And the software also saved its points, its very, very hard-hitting points, for its last parts of its submission. So it was a bit, it wasn't well structured. Its statements were not very well structured. So, but then again, the argument for won. 51% to 49%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so that's definitely something that we want to look
Yes.
at. Let's go back to that age-old debate, Mr. Trump versus Huawei.
Yes, so Huawei has gotten a license to deal with Microsoft. Now, the ban was for American businesses not to do business with Huawei. Yes, but now Microsoft has appealed to the U.S. government and said, hey, we really need them on our side so we can get this done. And so they have given Microsoft a temporary license to deal with Huawei. Now this is the concern rather is for Google, because that's where Huawei is dominant in the market of mobile smartphones. And Samsung is leading, Huawei is number 2, Apple is number 3. It's good news for Samsung when this is going on, because they remain at the top, because Huawei was on a very, very steady rise. Now this caused their rise to slow down. It didn't really cause them to dip. That's a very surprising thing. If this had happened to certain companies, it really caused a dip. But I think Huawei's selling point was good enough to keep them on the rise, albeit slow. They lost a few, dollars, but it didn't really affect them that much.
Right.
So Huawei started this whole thing of trying to get their own services, Huawei mobile service rather than Google mobile services. Now the fear with this is that, for Google that is, if Huawei's mobile service does take off, it could be a cheaper alternative. Now if that happens, it means other smartphone manufacturers can be like, hey, why go with Google when we have to pay this X amount, for the license? When we could go for Huawei, who would let us pay less.
And that could affect the American economy negatively.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Yes, and it would also cause for, Huawei to make more money and bring some level playing field, because right now Google is quote unquote enjoying a monopoly.
Interesting. To another American company, Tesla,
yes,
which is not doing so well.
They launched their Cybertruck. And I think the name
What's the Cybertruck?
It's a pickup. It looks very weird. So if you've watched, 90s, 1980s sci-fi movies, you see that they have these trucks, these cars that have very sharp angles, polygonal looking. And Tesla's, Elon Musk, I must say, his Cybertruck looks like it came right out of Back to the Future, with some very sharp lines. Not a lot of people like it. It's not for everyone. The design...
So that's the Cybertruck?
That is a Cybertruck. That's supposed to be a pickup. So over there, what you're seeing, they were demonstrating what they call the transparent metal. That's supposed to be the glass. It's supposed to be armored or bulletproof. So Elon Musk invited someone on stage to demonstrate how it wouldn't shatter. And unfortunately, it failed. it did shatter. So
Interesting.
yeah, and they tried it again and they shattered again. He was unfazed though. I mean, this is Elon Musk we're talking about. Like, but it worked in our factories when we tested it. So, looking at him and looking at it like that, he's probably thinking, what might have gone wrong?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, Kobe, thank you very much. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around if I can pull up to the front desk, pull up to the front of Joy FM with this.
Yeah,
and how to look like.
Oh, and it has this cool feature. Because it's a pickup truck, if you want to load stuff in, the suspension is actually an air suspension. So it lowers the back, lifts the front, so it can ease you. And they had an ATV, all-terrain vehicle, ride onto the truck. Now, it was very cool, except the look.
Kobe Spiky Kuma, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know, I think I could pull it off. I don't know. But up next is business. Stay with us.